Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Montego Joe, stuck here in New York. We can't get to fly back home. So, anyhow, I decided to just share this little bit of information, which I really think you should know. Now, the title of my video here is Legal Pyramids Operating Under Your Nose. And I'm not talking about the ones who are in Egypt and Mexico and other places around the world. And when you see my illustrations, these are not upside down ice cream cones, and I'm not talking about multi-level marketing either. So take a look upon this thing here. As you can see, I have two pyramids here, right? Two side by side, and we know what they are. I hope you can see them. See what I've written down there. On the very top you have the CEO, chairman, then you have board of directors and middle management. In this one here, we have the president of the United States, we have Congress, we have the Senate, we have the judicial body. This is our form of elected and selected government here in the United States. And at the bottom, notice here with the president, you have the people. Here with the CEO, and therefore we have the workers. So look at this. Yes, I'm going to break it down. Okay, so here we are. It is New Year's Eve. 2018 is coming to a close forever. By midnight tonight, we're ushering 2019, a new year. But isn't it ironic that every year around this time, on the corporate side here, you have massive layoffs. Right after the Thanksgiving holiday, there's an announcement of layoffs. People lose their jobs. They get the proverbial pink slip, right? And when there's a reduction in the workforce, the stock market seems to go up. I never could understand that, but I get it now, right? I get it now. So when a company lays off its workers, that is a shredded expense. So that means they are in a position to maximize on their profits because they have less people to pay. Plain and simple. Now look at the government side here. We have the president 45 who publicly announced he is not the first to have a government shutdown. Let me clarify that right away. He is not the first. Probably will not be the last. However, he is the only one who proudly say that he is serving the American people by demanding that he gets $5 billion for a wall that we all know deep down inside is not going to stop the immigration problem. It is not going to stop the drug problem. It is not going to stop any kind of problem he claims that wall will solve, other than him going down in history as the only president to build a wall, and somewhere some fool will mark his name on it. Anyway, I wanted to emphasize something here in both scenarios. Okay, in these days, these particular days, I'm not claiming they are the last days, but it is highly normalized, has been normalized that corporate and government entities who receive you and my hard-working dollars in the form of profits and taxes have the audacity, I repeat, the audacity to stop things that will make you and I suffer. Yeah, I want to say it again. This man here, 45, has put a shutdown in the government, in effect has put a shutdown in the government where thousands, I mean thousands upon thousands across the great land, Americans will not be getting paid. Whether they were getting paid once a month, twice a month, some of them on furlough, some of them can't show up, some of them are working without pay, and they are relying on the wealthy congressmen to come and give them back pay. Now, me know about you, but you ever hear of a back mortgage, a back credit card, a back supermarket bill, a back putting gas in your car? I never hear about them things. So it amazes me that these elected officials, yes, we put them in office, right, can do this and claim it is for the betterance of the country. The last time I checked, aside from the over publicized things that one group of gang members who belong to some Mexican thing or whatever, I've never encountered a bad Mexican. I live in New York, me go to Jamaica, me go to Mexico. I have not encountered such thing. They are not a threat to me. And the truth of the matter is, unless you've had a personal experience, they're not a threat to you either. But yet, we are led to believe by 45 that putting up a wall will solve the quote-unquote Mexican threat. My goodness. If you really believe that after 2 years in office, I have the Brooklyn Bridge to sell you for 99 cents. I really and truly do. We can take you there, we can show you around, and all you have to do is put the money in my hand and we're good. You will now own the bridge. Yes, we can do that. We can do that. Anyhow, back to this situation. I had my own situation where I used to work for a corporate company. This is many moons ago. They had the black market crash and we were all laid off. The good thing was we were able to walk away with our 401k plans. But this is not the case today. Today, the corporate raiders are raiding the financial funds of their employees. These corporate crooks are making sure that they leave even though the company is plummeting, filing bankruptcy or whatever the case may be. They're leaving with their parachutes. They're jumping off the plane in a parachute and allowing the plane to crash with you, the employee, the worker, in it. Forget about your house, forget about your families, forget about your medical bills, forget about putting food on the table. It's a desperate time. And some of you sit down and you watch particular channels that rhyme with the word ox, and you believe everything them say without even fact checking, without even looking at other sources. This is un-American. It is un-American, and we can never normalize this. This is not what makes this country great. What makes this country great is the fact that we can have checks and balances within the government, and we have a free press that can fact check everything they're telling you so that you can be wiser in your decision. This is what makes America great. This is what separates us from the rest of the world. We are the baby when it comes to the civilized world, but we have the cookie because of what we are able to do. If some fascist fool is getting momentum, we can challenge him. In other places of the world, that can't happen because we are a nation of laws, not rules, not dictatorship, not just socialism. We can do social things, but we don't operate under a socialist society, so to speak. This is a democratic society, not always as its best, but nevertheless, it is a system that is in place for more than 100 years, 150 years or more. You do the math. I don't need to do the math. What's important here is that you recognize your strength. That you, the people, can challenge the nonsense that we are hearing. This is absurd that we have people just getting on television and lying to you, to us, every single day while they are filling their pockets with our hard-earned money and refuse to share. Not all, but enough so that a decent person can earn a decent wage and live in a decent place and eat decent food. What is wrong with that? We are beginning to look like the other parts of the world that we so claim that we want democracy in. They are watching us. They are watching everything and wondering, we don't want that here. If it's going to look like that, think about it. Think about it. I think I've said enough, but just let me remind you. This is a legal, L-E-G-A-L pyramid operating under your nose. We are all a part of it. Let us do something to change it and make it better together. I'm out. Now, me don't know even how to shut this thing down. Novice.